Hello, everybody. Welcome to Little's Lab. My name is Kim, and I am a community learning specialist with DoSpace. And welcome, everybody, to our second week of this month's theme of Let's Pretend. So, if you joined us last week, we were talking about playing pretend and what that means. And what do you remember what that means if we are playing pretend? Or what does pretending mean to you? So last week we read about a book about a little boy who found a stick, and when he picked up the stick, he turned it into a baseball player, and he turned into a knight, and he turned into a pirate. Do you think he was really a baseball player or a knight? He may have been, but he was in his head, right? We kind of talked about how we can play pretend to make a story. And this week, we're going to kind of talk about how we can play pretend to go on adventures. So we are going to be reading a book today about a little girl who she loves to play pretend and go on adventures, but sometimes it can be tricky, and she has to figure out a way to do something she may be a little scared to do by using her imagination to help her through it. And then we are also going to be playing with an app called Adventures, where this little kind of critter, we are going to go on an adventure and maybe do things that we might not be able to do in real life, like go into outer space on a rocket. We might not be able to do that in real life, but we can pretend and go on an adventure with our little friend. Also, while helping us count, which is also so important. So yeah, so that is what we are going to do today. So do you like to go on adventures? What kind of adventures do you go on? And it kind of ties into last week, where sometimes your adventures turn into, are just stories in your head, but sometimes when you go on adventures, it really sparks your curiosity and your creativity. Maybe it's going on an adventure in your backyard or in your basement. I know when I was little, sometimes going into my basement, when the lights weren't on, was an adventure because it seemed a little scary to me. So I might have thought there might be like something scary out down there. So it was an adventure to go down in the basement and pretend that I was somebody super brave and I wasn't scared of those scary things in my basement, right? Or maybe you might go to the park, and instead of going to the park, maybe you're going on an adventure through the jungle. And that's so much fun too. So we are like making stories, but also going on an adventure. What do you like to do on your adventures? Let me know if you want to. You can tell me in the chat, or you can talk about it with the people that you're with. Whatever works for you. But yeah, so let's get started. Before we get into our adventuring, I want us to take a look at our calendar, because our calendar is so good to help us with our numbers and our days of the week. And so let me share that with you really quickly. I'm going to share this screen, and hopefully you can see. Just gonna check something out really quickly. Yep. Okay. Hopefully you can see my screen where it's kind of a yellow background with a box in the middle. And this doesn't look quite like a calendar, does it? It doesn't look like a calendar, but it'll get there. And this is really great because today we are pretending. If you were with us last week, or even if you've joined us before, we like to pretend as we go through our calendar, because I'm the one who's actually going to be navigating us, but I want you to pretend and help me out. So anytime I tell you to, I'll tell you where to. I want you to touch your hand, and we're going to pretend there's a button right in the middle of your hand. Can you pretend that there's a button right in the middle of your hand that makes our screen go to the next screen? I think you can. So for example, I want you on the count of 3 to touch the button in the middle of your hand, because we are going to go to the next screen. So 1, 2, 3, boop. Nice. So yeah, so you should now see our screen has changed, right? And you should see we have one of our words. We have a nice big word right here, and then we have a nice big number right here. So I want to start out with this big word, and I want to start out the very first letter of this word. What is this letter, friends? Do you know what this letter is? Do you know what this letter is called? I'll give you a hint. This letter, it's a special kind of letter. It's a vowel, and a lot of times it makes two sounds. So a lot of our sounds maybe only make one sound. A lot of our letters only make one sound, but we have some special letters that sometimes make two, and this is one of them. And so our letter can either make the ah sound, or can make the o sound, and that's your hint, because this is our letter O. So our letter O makes the O sound sometimes. But right today, it's making the sound for October. That's the name of our month. Our month is called October. But it also might make the O sound like in nose. Or it makes the O and nose. So there's a letter O in nose, and it'll make the O sound in nose. Perfect. And then this is our big number. This is our year that we're in. So our year is made up of two different numbers, 2020, and we are in 2020. 2020. Perfect. Okay, friends, I need you to pretend with me again, and I need you to press that button that's in the middle of your hand. Can you do that for me? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Excellent. Yeah, now does this look like a calendar? Now it looks like a calendar, right? So we have our month right up here, our October, and the name of our month, and our year, 2020. And then right underneath that is our days of the week, our 7 days of the week. And knowing our 7 days of the week is so important because we repeat our days of the week every week throughout every month all year long. So let's say our 7 days of the week all together. I'm going to say them with you, and you say them with the people that you're with, okay? So we're going to start with Sunday. So there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Good job. Nice work. You said all your days of the week. And so I need to know if you know what today's day of the week is. Do you know what today's day of the week is? I'll give you a hint. It comes after Monday and before Wednesday, and we have Little's Lab every day on this week. And it starts with our letter T. It is Tuesday. That is right. So today is Tuesday. That's our day of the week. These are all of our Tuesdays in our month of October. And then our month is called October. And then this number right here with a big purple star on it is our date today. And it is made up of 2 numbers. Do you know what this number is? It has a 1 and a 3, maybe like this. And when a 1 is in front of a 3, that is 13, number 13. That is right. So today is the 13th day of October in 2020. Okay, so we need to go to the next scene. So we need to touch that button in our hand again. One more time. 1, 2, 3, boop. Nice job. Okay, so I'm going to put our Tuesday where it goes along with all of our days of the week. And I'm going to put our 13th day of October back in where it needs to go as well. And we need to touch this green arrow, or we need to touch our hand one more time. 1, 2, 3, touch that button. Boop. Excellent. Okay, so I like this calendar because it will show little days or icons for, or pictures or icons for kind of special days this month. And we don't have a ton on this month in October, right? Looks like we only have 2. We have 1, 2. So let's talk about those really, really quickly. So our first one was yesterday. It was on Monday, October 12th. And it was a day called, there's kind of 2 days on this, right? Yesterday was 2 special days. One for maybe the country that you live in. If you live in the US, there's one for that. And there's one for the country that is right north of the US called Canada. And we'll talk about both of them. So the first one was Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day. And so that's a day that people can celebrate a person that came over from Spain a long, long time ago and is thought to sometimes like to be one of the first people from Europe to land on the US or like land in the Americas, kind of where this big area that we're in right now, right? And then it also has Thanksgiving, but that's Thanksgiving for Canada. It's not our Thanksgiving. Our Thanksgiving is next month in the US. Our Thanksgiving is next month in November. But in the country of Canada, which is north of us, it's their Thanksgiving Day. And I don't know, I don't know if they have turkey like we do or other yummy things like we do. I bet they celebrate in their own special way. Maybe that's something that you and your grown-up can research. How do Canadians celebrate their Thanksgiving Day, and how is that different than how people in the US do it? That could be a lot of fun. And then our next holiday is Saturday, October 31st. And this is why October is such a good day for pretending, because what holiday is on Saturday 31st? And there's like a little, what is this guy right here? Is that a jack-o'-lantern? What day do we celebrate on the 31st? It kind of can be spooky. It's Halloween, right? And do we sometimes pretend to be other things or other people on Halloween? Absolutely we do. What have you been for Halloween in the past? What did you pretend to be maybe last year? Are you going to dress up this year? This year is kind of funny for Halloween, isn't it? But maybe you're still dressing up as something. What else could you be? What could you be dressing up as today? What are you going to be pretending to be this year? What have you pretended to be in the past? In the past, I have been a classic ghost, just a scary ghost. What else have I been in the past? When I was young, I was a witch and I was a kitty cat. And so, but am I really a kitty cat? No. Am I really kind of a spooky ghost? No, I was just pretending to be those things. And so that's why Halloween is such a fun day, because you can pretend to be maybe maybe your favorite superhero. Maybe you're going to pretend to be Spider-Man, or you can pretend to be your favorite Disney character. Maybe you really love the Frozen and you're going to be Anna for Halloween, or you've been Anna for Halloween. Or maybe Ariel, or Aladdin, maybe you are somebody else. Or maybe you're something like an animal, right? Maybe you're pretending to be an elephant or a lion, or a unicorn. Yeah, so Halloween is a really great day to pretend, right? You can pretend to be somebody else, and it's fun to sometimes pretend to be something or somebody else every once in a while. Yeah, so let me know if you want to in the chat what you are going to be for Halloween this year, or what have you been in Halloween for the past. Okay, friends, so we are going to move on from our calendar. Nice, thank you for helping me with my calendar today. We are going to move on to our kind of using our we're going to be kind of talking again about our playing pretend and using our imagination. And those are kind of a little bit the same, right? If we're using our imagination, where we're imagining something is happening that's not maybe real, but it can be real in our head, right? Yeah, but sometimes it can be hard to pretend. It's hard sometimes to pretend or think up of something to do, or maybe your friends are doing something and you're not quite comfortable. Maybe they're playing somewhere really high up, like on a jungle gym. And maybe it's like, I'm not really comfortable going high. Maybe you're kind of scared of heights, which is okay. Or maybe they like to go through a dark tunnel and you don't like to go through that dark tunnel because you don't like the dark. And so sometimes pretending to be something else or pretending can help you do some of those things you might not be comfortable with. So that's what our story is about. Our story is called The Thing Lou Couldn't Do by Ashley Spires. And Lou usually loves going on adventures, but she has never climbed a tree before. And her friends are climbing a tree. And she just doesn't think she can do it. And so we're going to see what she can do to maybe help with her imagination to help her climb this tree. Or not climb it. We'll find out. Okay, so this is Lou. And Lou and her friends, they are brave adventurers. They run faster than an airplane. Have you ever ran faster than an airplane? I bet you ran so fast before. And they like to build mighty fortresses. Oh, this is a mighty fortress made out of couch cushions and blankets. And they like to rescue wild animals. What kind of wild animal are they rescuing? Is that a teddy bear? Yeah. And Lou is pretty sure she's going to be a deep sea diver when she grows up. She's going to dive into the deep sea, or maybe a race car driver, or maybe a pirate. And so these are Lou's friends, and they are saying, let's play pirates. And this friend says, yeah, we'll need a ship. And this friend is like, oh, up there, this tree can be our ship. And Lou says, I don't know. Does she look like she wants to go up on that tree and pretend it's a ship? I don't think so. Because Lou, this is new to Lou. She has never climbed a tree before. It will be an adventure, her friends say. Lou loves adventures, but this adventure is up. And she likes her ventures to be down on the ground. So let's see what happens with Lou. So Lou suggests a not up a tree game. So that's always a good solution, right? Maybe to try to play a different game with your friends. But her friends have made up her mind, so that's always a good solution. But sometimes your friends want to play what they want. And her friend says, come on, Lou. And last one up has to walk the plank. So she wanted to play maybe space astronaut. Looks like she has an astronaut helmet on. But she'll be there in a minute. She just needs to change her shoes first. Do you think she really needs to change her shoes, or do you think maybe she's a little scared? She might be a little scared, and that's okay. So in Captain Lou's Skullbuckle's opinion, the couch makes a fantastic pirate ship. That's a great use of imagination, having your couch be a pirate ship. But Mom disagrees, and her mom says, it's a beautiful day outside. Go out and play with your friends. Fine, but her first mate is coming too. Who do you think her first mate is? Do you think it's a little kitty? I think her first mate's a little kitty cat. So her friend says, ahoy, land ho, and our mateys. And they're still up there playing pirates. And her friend says, come up, you landlubber. And Lou tells them her arm is sore. And anyway, her cat needs a walk. And also, she read once that you shouldn't climb so soon after eating. And there are so many reasons not to try. She's giving a lot of reasons not to try, right? She's kind of making up some reasons not to try. Because she also saying that she stepped on a slug this morning and his funeral's in 5 minutes. And she also saying, I just found out I'm part fish and I need water to survive. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the bathtub for the rest of my life. And then she's like, oh, that's an asteroid heading right for us. Run! And now she's saying, my tummy hurts. I need to sit down. That one might be real, right? Have you ever been maybe so scared of something and made your tummy hurt? So that one might be real, her tummy hurting. And she says, I can't climb the tree. And her friends are being really nice, and they'll say, we'll show you how. And she wishes her friends would just leave her alone, and she's fine down here. And besides, she doesn't even want to climb. What's so great about climbing trees anyway? It's sometimes hard not to be able to do things that you want to, but you feel like you can't, right? Especially when your friends are doing it and they're saying, oh, I can see all the way to the North Pole from here. And there's treasure that way, and Oh, she says, it does look pretty great. If only Lou could climb a tree. And then her little first mate, Kitty, because cats can climb trees really easily, right? Because they have their claws, and her cat says meow, and she's thinking show off. So now she's going to use her imagination to find solutions. Let's see how she finds solutions to her problem. So maybe she'll get up there without climbing. There must be another way to get up this tree. Maybe with a trampoline? Do you think she can use a trampoline to jump up there? Or maybe with a pole vault? Run really quickly and you use the pole to kind of launch yourself up. Do you think she can do that? Or maybe with a helicopter? Do you think she has a helicopter? I don't think she has a helicopter. Because sadly, helicopters are hard to come by. And so her friend says, we're under attack, all hands on deck. And she's like, oh, it's a call for help. Shiver me timbers, those scallywags need a captain. It's time for Captain Lou Skullbuckle to climb aboard. Do you think she might be getting a little bit braver to climb up that tree? Let's see what happens. This pirate captain has faced some pretty scary things. Sea monsters and hurricanes, and even a super bad brain freeze. And now Captain Lou Skullbuckle is going to do the scariest thing of all. She's going to climb this tree. She's going to try, because you can't do anything unless you try, right? So let's see how her trying works out. She's going, oh, she must be nearly there. She's climbing it up. Ugh, she's not very far up. That's okay. She goes, thud. I knew I can't climb a tree. And her friend says, are you okay? And her little kitten goes, meow. Are you okay, meow? Not yet, anyway. Oh, but it looks like they're coming down, right? All of her friends are coming down. I'm like, oh, the last one to the castle has to swim to the moat. Because I think they're going to go over to this playground equipment, and that's their castle. They're going to pretend that's their castle. But she'll be back, and maybe even tomorrow, she'll try and climb that tree, because after all, Blue loves adventures. So she didn't quite get up that tree, right? And that's okay. Sometimes even when you try something, you may not be able to do it the first time. And that's why you have to try again and practice. And because without trying and practicing, you will never get anything done. So most of the time, people aren't good at the first thing they do. They have to try at it. So yeah, but she used her imagination for different solutions. She didn't quite do it, but that's okay. At least she tried, right? Perfect. I really like this book. I think it's a really good book about resilience and trying to, not giving up. She didn't give up, right? She'll maybe be back trying to climb that tree the next day on that adventure. Nice. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and I am going to start sharing a screen on my iPad because we are going to play a little game called Tiggly Adventure, and it's a lot of fun. And we have a little Tiggly friend, and he's going to go on an adventure, and it's also going to help us with our counting. So let me get that set up really quickly. Okay, and it's a really nice free app. And it is called Tiggly, I'll show it. It's called Tiggly Adventure. And so this little guy right here, we're gonna go on an adventure with our little friend that's holding the apple. And so what do you think? Should we go visit Grandma, or should we go to a birthday party? I think we should go visit Grandma. It's always nice to visit our grandma, right? Let's go visit our grandma. Here we go. So our little friend, he is bouncing out of the house, and now we need to put our fingers down. So it says, I'm going to touch the screen with some of my fingers. So it's saying I should touch the screen with 3 fingers. So that's what I'm going to do. Just like this, I'm going to touch my screen, and 3 little boxes comes up.
1, 2, 3.
And now I need to get to that ring. How many boxes do I need to get to that one? Count. 1, 2. So I'm going to touch the screen with 2 fingers.
4, 5.
There we go. So 3 plus 2 is 5. We put down 5 boxes. I got some glasses. Look at him. He's going on some glasses. We got our little son. Oh my goodness, what's that down in the corner? Does that look like a little fun sea monster? I think it's a nice sea monster. Okay, so we have a lot of boxes we need to put down. It looks like there are 10 boxes. Let's see, how many fingers do we need to touch to get to that golden ring? Let's count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. The golden ring is above the number 4. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna touch the screen with 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What did our friend get? Did he get a funny hat? Our friend got a funny hat. So now we have a lot more boxes, don't we? Let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 boxes that we need to. So maybe let's put down, I'm going to put down 5 fingers. How about that? There's 5 fingers on our hands, right? And I don't have 6 fingers on my hand, so I'm going to do 5 and see what happens.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my goodness, now how many more boxes do I need before we can get to the other side? I think we just need 1.
10.
There we go. So we got all 10 boxes.
Oh.
Now our friend, oh my goodness. Okay, now we gotta get over this wall. And I can see a 1 and a 5. So let's see. If I put down, I'm gonna put down 2 fingers and see where that gets us.
1, 2.
1, 2. So we have 2 ladder rails. And how many more do we need to get to 5? So we had 2. So we need 3, 4, 5. We added 3 fingers. So let's put down 3 fingers.
3, 4, 5.
Nice. We got all the way up to number 5. And look at our friend. Our friend got a balloon, and now he's going on an adventure into the sky. I've always thought about going, like what it would be like if a balloon took me all the way into outer space. Look at this. Can you really go into outer space with a balloon? But this little friend is definitely going on a very cool, imaginative adventure. Okay. Oh my goodness, we need to get to that rocket ship on the other side of the screen. So let's see. How many we need to get to number 10. So I'm gonna put down, let's see if I just put down 1 finger. 1 star.
1.
Nice. And let's do, what comes after 1? Let's do 2.
2, 3.
Then we'll do 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll put down 3 fingers.
4, 5.
That gets us
6.
6. And now I'm going to put down 4 fingers. And then we get 4 stars.
7, 8.
That gets us all
9.
the way to
10.
10. Nice job. We got all the way to 10. Going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, and now our friend is in a rocket ship. And look at that little birdie with a... Ooh, we're going to go past an alien with some button balloons and all sorts of different planets. Oh, I think that's planet Earth that we just passed. I think our friend is getting back onto solid land. Doing on his adventure into the sky. Now it zooms off. Okay, what do we need to do next? Let's see where our friend's gonna go next. Ooh, okay, let's look at this. So we need to get to number 10, but look, there's an X in the middle. There's an X. I wonder what that means. Let's find out. Let's see. We'll do maybe, I'll put down 3 fingers. Let's put down 3 fingers.
1, 2, 3.
How many fingers does it get to that X? Let's see. Let's count. We have 1, 2. Let's see if we put down 2 fingers. If we touch the screen with 2 fingers, we get 2 boxes. What happens?
4, 5.
Oh no! Our friend fell down into the ocean, but our sea monster friend picked us back up. So now we know we need to jump over that X. So let's do this. Let's put down 3 fingers. One more time. We have 3 boxes.
1, 2, 3,
Now instead of 2 fingers, I'm going to put down maybe 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, because we know we don't want 2, and we're going to see if we can jump over that box. So I'm going to put down 4 fingers.
4, 6,
He
7.
jumped right over number 5. That is so good. And now how many more boxes do we need to get to number 10? Let's count. We need 1, 2, 3. We need 3 again. So let's touch the screen with 3 fingers.
8, 9, 10.
And we got to the other side. You know what, friends? I think we may have got to Grandma's house. What do you think our friend's doing with that apple? Oh, Grandma's so excited to see. Oh, he brought his grandma an apple. How nice is that? It's so always nice to bring over a little gift. And it doesn't have to be a big gift. He just gave an apple. And it was such a nice, lovely gift. Nice! So you guys, thank you for joining me on that adventure. Our little friend went all around, right? He saw some sea monsters and he saw outer space and he helped out with this counting. So many adventures. And even though we kind of took a little dip in the ocean, our sea monster friend helped us out, right? Yeah. Good job, friends. I don't think we have time to do another one. No, it is right around 11. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me for Little's Lab today. I hope you had a really good job, a good time. You did a great job using your imagination. And because it's so nice and folly outside, I think you should go outside and go on some adventures. What kind of adventures can you go on with your imagination? Maybe you can go to a playground and pretend that that playground equipment is a castle with a moat outside. Or maybe you want to try and climb a tree. Maybe not a big tree, maybe just a small tree, or climb something that could be your pirate ship and play pirates. I played pirates just this weekend with some of my nephews, and it was a lot of fun. We went on a fun adventure. So I hope you go on some fun adventures this week, and we'll see you again next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.